Welcome into the Modelo Blue-White Player Show here at the Penn State Golf Course. As always, Monday night, 6 p.m., I am joined by my good friend Keith Goon Conlon.
Hello, Lando.
How you doing, brother?
What's going on, baby? Long time no see. It's almost been like 24 hours almost. Jeez.
A little bit over that. We talk a lot. We get together and we talk.
Sundays are great.
We thoroughly enjoyed that. How was your Sunday slate of games? Your guys?
A lot of napping, man.
Eagles?
A lot of napping. Getting ready for that Eagles game. Nice Eagles game. Nice victory. I didn't make it through last night.
No.
I didn't get through.
You didn't need to see the Sunday night game.
How'd your Steelers do?
How my Steelers do? A rookie let the ball bounce into the back of the end zone, didn't touch it, and then we basically lost. Aaron Rodgers, I can't even – he looked all right.
Whose fault is that? Whose fault is the player not knowing that's the rule?
Probably the coaches.
That is the coaches.
Especially if you're a rookie.
That is the coach's fault.
I mean,
that's the coach's responsibility.
I would believe.
Who is the gum chewing special teams?
Yeah,
guy?
that is Danny Smith.
Yeah, he came from the Eagles. He was with the Eagles years ago, and I used to just see him and just be like, I just want to punch him right in his suck hole.
You imagine how much spit comes out when he's just chewing that.
How many pieces of carefree gum can you put in your mouth at one time?
I've heard they do interviews, and I've heard he puts like 12 to 13 pieces of like gum in his mouth, and it just keep going.
When you were balling. Pre-game, was there gum in did the equipment manager put a little gum out for you guys?
Yeah, we always had this like chewy gum. I didn't really like it though.
Was it the pink stuff?
Yeah, pink. Yeah.
Sugar-free kid.
They still do the same.
That's great. Yeah. I don't know who gave it to us, but Spider always had it. We called it game day gum.
It's great. We do. We got pickle juice shots.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a multitude of different things you can partake in before the game to just kind of get you ready a little bit.
And you're depositing your checks too, right?
Well, yeah, your NIL check that you're $100,000 a week at this point. Did you hear? Were you a big smelling salts guy?
No, I not here, but when I went to the NFL, I was in the weight room in Indianapolis, and a lot of guys right before squatting, they would go in there and rip some smelling salts and I tried it one time and I was like, whoa. I mean, I like horseradish now, don't get me wrong, but that was like horseradish. That was like nuclear horseradish. And I was like,
that'll get you. So they banned it from NFL sidelines.
They banned the purchase of NFL's teams buying it.
So you
can bring your own now.
Oh, a little self-serve.
Yeah, I wasn't drinking it dry. My beer, I bought the beer.
There were certain people
the NFL. That's how they said. Well, they're not going to supply it anymore because that means they support it.
My question is, we've been taking smelling salts for like 40, 50, 60 years, and they're just now figuring out it's probably not good for you.
How's it not good for you? What is it? Are you
it probably just destroys just brain chemical. Well, Dom DeLuca is going to be on shortly. I guarantee he is. I absolutely know he's a smelling salts guy. So we'll get his take on that for sure.
Worse, running into a wall like we do in our helmets for 50 times a day, or smelling salts?
Both?
Are you just doubling down?
Yeah, I mean, why not both?
Man, next thing you know, there's a smelling salts addiction. Like I got to retire. But Don DeLuca has to retire early. I got a smelling salt addiction. I got to go to rehab. Oh my goodness gracious, this is so bad.
You'll be on like My Strange Addiction.
There's some weird people, dude. Yeah. I have seen that show before.
There was a woman that was eating her wall.
Yeah, I know. My Carrie made, she's like, you gotta watch this. I'm like, what is going on here? What's My Strange Addiction? My sister eats paint. They're like, oh my God.
Oh, it's fantastic. Goon, we're in a bye week.
Sure.
That's good. We actually didn't really get
conversation yesterday, by the way. Let's talk about that a little bit for people who didn't listen.
Yeah. So we were comparing a little bit of the old school, new school, which is what we do here, but the bye weeks and how they were different. Yes, we got some merch out in the crowd. Thank you very much for supporting the show. Yes. So bye weeks for you guys. You said you got to go home.
Yeah, Joe would want us. He didn't want us, but we would be done early on, maybe on Thursday, to get done. Maybe he'd have a Friday afternoon practice or like a Friday AM practice, but it would be like, he'd be like, go home, see your family, go home, see your friends, see your girlfriends, do whatever, and then get back here Sunday night. We had like a 5:00 squad meeting. Sunday nights, get everybody, make sure everybody gets back, and he can worry about everybody being back. That's always been a worry, is because there was an incident here in 1985 where two football players were KIA on going back to Jersey.
Really? I didn't even know that.
Accident. Oh, man. I always thought that wore on Joe's mind when he would let us go for like weekends, and he would like us to go home for the weekends and go see your friends, go see your family, go see your high schools and stuff like that. And then just be back by Sunday night, right back to work on Monday. So, but you guys, they don't really change much.
Yeah, I mean, you get to. I mean, if you live somewhat close, if you got Friday and Saturday off, so you could go home.
Do that, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's not
what
bad
time
at all.
Back Sunday though.
Well, you probably I mean, mid Sunday, you got a normal Sunday practice, so you're in at 1 p.m. basically. So
3 hours to Philly.
Yeah,
for, 3.5 for you.
Yeah, so you could leave Thursday night after practice, and then you're back Sunday. That's a good little trip.
Does James actually want you guys to like say, hey, go home and see your family and stuff like that? I
don't think it is. I think I mean, he's a big family guy. That's one of the biggest things that he does. For example, on the first day of school, he cancels the morning staff meeting so everybody can send the kids off to school and be there, and let them go on the bus and take pictures. So always does good stuff.
For you last year.
Yeah, you did. It was
you had your little backpack on. I walked you to the bus stop. Come on, Landon, look at the bus now. I'll be here at 3:15. See you, buddy. Good now.
Oh, I was so checked out last year, that final semester of college, I'll tell you what. But Goon, so as far as like bye weeks, did you guys have some intense practices? Because I know like it's just so different. Like when we go, and the traditional bowl game isn't even a thing anymore because we are dealing with the college football playoffs. But when we get to the bowl games, we'd have fun the first 2 days. You get to go to the amusement parks and you're just kind of hanging out. You guys were going to war with 2-a-days at the bowl site.
By the time the bowl week set up, we were already done with all that work.
Okay.
So I'm looking at DeLuca over your shoulder going, what the hell are you talking about? So Joe would give us off right after the last game for like 3 weeks and say, I don't want to see you. The first week, I don't want to see you at all. That means go to school, get your classwork done, get your finals done. Then the next 2 weeks, it's get 3 lifts in and 2 runs in. So you'd be in there, at your leisure. And then we would leave December 20th for a bowl game. So 11 days before a bowl game, and go down to like some spot a couple of hours away from like some Air Force base that no one knows about. And he would just beat the crap out of us. And like your preseason practices, you go from like first to second team, like if you have bad practice. You're losing your starting spot. Like bowl practices, we're getting that hardcore. But I would gladly have done that tough like 4 or 5 days. Give me those 3 weeks off after school, We lived like a regular student for 3 weeks. It was great.
3 weeks off, I've never heard of that nowadays.
Off, but you know what?
Wow.
You know what happens? About the 3rd, 4th day of your like week off, you're like, I'm bored, dude. Like I want to go lift, I want to go run, I want to go do something. So it all works out.
You do. You're used to that life and that regimen. You're right. It starts to feel weird after a couple of days.
But I have told you in the past that I did play with a guy one time, and he was like, he played at Tennessee, and he was like, man, we was coming in from last night all drunk, and you guys were coming in from practice. Like, you was just getting home, and you guys were at practice already. He goes, we knew we were going to get our asses whipped, He was like, man, we were scared of you guys. Like, damn, they're beat up and bloody. They're all hungover and stuff from the night before. But then when the bowl week started, we would just we'd have, the work was done. Hay was in the barn, as we would say. You're just going out and just going through the motions for like 4 or 5 days. So you do the amusement parks, you do all that. And by about the 3rd straight day of amusement parks, you're like, I don't want to go to one.
You go to Lowry's too?
You're like, yeah. Why do you have to bring it up?
I'm sorry.
Damn it, man.
Anytime I get a chance, I try to. Goon was robbed of a good meal out at the Rose Bowl.
Stole my destiny, man. Joe, the old man stole my destiny. For those who don't know,
let's hear it.
The old man stole my destiny with Lowry's Beef Bowl and the Rose Bowl in 1994. All you can eat prime rib. I went up for a second plate, and Joe yelled at me, "You're too fat. Nobody gets any more." And nobody could get tickets. And the whole point of it is to see how much meat you could actually eat. That was the name of the bowl. That you had to do. So we lost that bowl game. We lost the Beef Bowl.
That's on Joe.
Yeah, he stole it from me.
Won the game, though.
We won the game, but we lost the Beef Bowl. I mean, what's more important sometimes?
Food, generally.
Yeah, I mean, come on now.
You're absolutely right.
Ourselves. So, good weekend for the boys. I mean, I can't wait to get Dom on here, and I'll give you a little heads up what we're going to talk about Dom, and that is like your guys' attitude with these, like, the 3 games going in to the bye week and then going into Oregon, it's just like, Yeah, I mean, they're tough to get up for, that type of thing with that. But I know that the coaches weren't talking about it. And I know the players weren't talking about it. But it's tough to get through those games without thinking about it. So.
Oh yeah, no, it's hard when you know what's going to happen, and it's like I got to get up at noon for this one. And
again, the whole point is don't get nobody hurt.
That was the biggest thing we got out of those 3 games. Really,
that nobody gets hurt.
Yeah,
and you're going in against Oregon with your full deck of cards. That's
big time. Well. We're going to take a break right here at the Penn State Golf Course Modelo Blue White Player Show. When we come back, we will have Penn State captain Dom DeLuca on with us.
3-time captain.
3-time captain. Very rare. We'll be right back.
Your sports radio. Broadcasting live, loud and proud from Central PA Sports Authority. WFXS America. 98.7 The Fox State College.
I'm the Modelo recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Lusk & Associates Sotheby's International Realty proudly presents the introduction of our new State College office at 314 South Borough Street in State College. At Sotheby's International Realty, we advertise locally, nationally, and internationally, bringing the best of advertising and promotion to each and every one of our properties, big or small. Call now.
A lot has changed about State College. One thing that hasn't is W.C. Clark's Coffee Roasters on 234 East Calder Way. 30 different varieties of specialty coffee beans sourced from over 25 countries and roasted with love each morning in Happy Valley for over 45 years. They'll ship their fresh roasted coffee from their doorstep to yours. Order online at statecollegecoffee.com. That's statecollegecoffee.com.
The Center Hall Farm Store has been serving Center County and beyond for well over a half century. A small family business, the Center Hall Farm Store specializes in animal nutrition and manufactures its feed fresh using local ingredients. Get the best in horse, cow, pig, chicken, and bird feeds. If you're not already a customer, stop in and see why so many of your neighbors are. The Center Hall Farm Store at 110 West Allison Street in Center Hall, or call us at 814-364-1393.
2 of the top names in local printing have combined to serve you better. King Printing of State College has merged with theprinters.com, forming one of the 400 largest printers in America. Combining traditional offset printing and digital workflow techniques, theprinters.com can print, assemble, package, and ship to anywhere in the world, all with the same high quality customers have known and trusted for over 50 years. Buy local and save. Get started today at theprinters.com.
With a Timber Kids savings account, you can start to save money, earn prizes, and teach your kids the value of savings. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Building futures is what we do at TFCU.
You really need to belong to a credit union. You belong at TFCU, Timberland Federal Credit Union, a credit union you can grow with.
You're tuned in to the Blue and White Players Show with Keith Goon Conlon and Landon Tengwall, broadcasting live from the 19th hole at the Penn State Golf Courses every Monday at 6 p.m. all season long. Special thanks to this season's sponsors of the Players Show: Lusk & Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Turner Construction, Austin, and Pam Schanfelter. Now back to more of the Blue and White Players Show.
Welcome back into the Modelo Blue White Player Show here at the Penn State Golf Course, and we are joined by 3-time Penn State captain, but more importantly, 3-time guest of the Blue White Player Show, Dom DeLuca. What's up, Dom?
You're the second
How you guys doing?
3-timer, buddy.
Oh, really?
Well, Doc was
There
here.
we go. All right. Thanks for having me.
Doc's been on like 66 times, though, so it's all good.
Yeah, we no Doc's like that. We don't find anybody. We just call Doc. We're like, hey, we need you to come on, man. And that's how we work it out.
So I just can't get this story out of my head that Landon was telling yesterday about the D Squad Super Bowl.
Oh.
And then
Yeah,
please tell the story, guys. This is the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life. But how Doc showed up for it. And then you guys were like alarmed at how he showed up for him. I'm like, you do not realize who this man's father was.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Landon.
Well, yeah. So, I mean, every bye week, it's good for the older guys. If you're Dominic DeLuca, you're feeling good. If you are a freshman, sophomore, young guy that's not playing, it's not. Bye weeks are not fun for you.
No,
they're not good.
Not at all.
I mean,
no.
You're getting a lot of reps, but generally there's sometimes, and how we did it in 2021 when we were both freshmen, you had one day where I think they were basically off. Like the older guys were off.
They didn't really do anything.
And we had we didn't. Doc dubbed it the D Squad Super Bowl. The D Squad's like the practice squad for Penn State. And they came in outfits. I mean, Elsden came in looking like he was – I don't even look like – I think he was always like cosplaying John Wilkes Booth almost. Like that's what he was going for.
He had the big trench coat coming in too.
Just talk a little bit about D Squad.
Did you just say John Wilkes Booth?
Yes.
You dress up like him?
Elsden liked it. He was like, yeah, that's me. He's like,
I guess he does look a lot like him. Now that you say it, holy crap. So wait, Doc, was he playing in this or not?
Yeah.
So he showed up for game day in that attire. Now, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. No, came in and he had like it was a whole get-up robe and the boots and everything.
You said it was a fur coat.
Well, no, it was like a fur. Yeah, well, it was more of a fur coat. It was, it's not really my style.
Where did he get that?
Probably his dad's closet, if I had to guess. That's
one of his 10, I'm sure his dad had, dude. He had more robes than a wrestler, dude. I guarantee you. Chocolate Thunder was the freaking man.
I remember Doc told us that he had like a little, like, not telescope. What's that where it comes out of the top of the car and you could like look in it from in the car and it like
periscope.
Yeah, like a periscope, like in the car. Yeah. That's a Chocolate Thunder had one of those too on one of his cars, and like
he just drove around with a periscope.
Yeah.
He's like he was at a submarine.
Yeah, like it was a submarine. Exactly. That's what he did,
dude. I'm telling you right now. Okay, he walked into my buddy's bar one time down outside Philadelphia, and there's a 6'10" black dude who just walked in this bar, and it's like, holy! You don't realize how big that is. Like Landon, like Nolan Rucci. You don't realize how big that is.
Oh yeah.
He's 6'8", 6'9". I mean, I know that I'm big, but I'm like, dude, this kid's taller than me. But that man was 6'10" and just built. Like he could rip a backboard out of a backboard. As you can tell, every time I talk about Doc, I gotta start talking about his dad. So that's like he's the man.
Well, yeah, we talked about.
So, what about your dad? What did he do? How many rims did he break? Come on, Dom, talk to me, bud.
Not many rims, but he played ball at Westchester for a year. Then he ended up transferring to Wilkes when transferring wasn't really a thing back then. And he ended up transferring back home and playing quarterback at Wilkes University.
There you go.
It's damn good.
What was his game day attire? Was he like dressed up like?
No, I think it was just like a polo and some khakis. I think that was really it for him.
I can't imagine Carl DeLuca being so. He's not exactly glamorous with the outfits.
No, not at all.
No way.
Unless it's my mom dressing him.
There you go. Yeah. Well, we're gonna bring up Riri DeLuca. We might as well talk about it. I don't even know what to ask. I just like brought her name up. Riri is, for those that don't know, Dom's mom, absolute legendary woman. That first off, she would bake roommates were me, Dom, Christian Vayu, and our boy Ibrahim Traore. And Riri would bring, just like piles of food in. And it would just get eviscerated in like.
It was supposed to last us like 2 weeks, and it would probably get us like 3-4 days max.
Yes, not even.
Couple trays?
Be like 3 lasagnas, tater tot casserole, and like a pizza, and wouldn't make it through the week.
Trays of pie?
Yeah, sometimes a couple trays. Yeah.
Shout out to Caitlin out there.
There you go. Chicken cutlets.
Girl over there. She knows her trays. Couple 2-tree trays.
A couple 2-tree, yeah.
It's all good, baby.
That might be my favorite saying that you taught me. Is that like a your area?
Yeah, that's like a NEPA thing. NEPA, yeah.
Couple 2-tree.
Couple 2-tree.
All right.
That and trays of pizza.
But Dom, all right. So this week you guys are on the bye week. Obviously today still is the off day. So what is the schedule that you guys got this coming week?
So we're off today. We just did little extra meetings, player led, captain led, and we just looked over Oregon a little bit. Tomorrow we'll have a normal Tuesday practice and a normal Wednesday practice as well for Thursday. No sweat Thursday. We'll do that as well.
Oh, so they don't have what we had in 2021 where you older guys get to go.
They haven't told us that yet. Usually that's practice day. He'll show up and you'll see at the bottom of the practice shell that it's a D squad scrimmage. It's like, I feel bad for those kids, but it's gonna be fun. It was fun for me because I get to watch. I actually have a new one for you. First time I've seen this in my 5 years here. D-squad scrimmage at Beaver Stadium last night.
No.
Yes.
Oh no.
Full padded D-squad scrimmage last night at Beaver Stadium.
And the worst part is you guys are in your jerseys, just
Yeah,
jerseys.
yeah.
And those guys are going over on the buses,
Yeah.
like fully geared up.
Mhm.
Oh, those poor souls. I'll tell you, there's nothing like. So you guys didn't have like D-squad scrimmages? That wasn't a thing. If you didn't play in the game,
We beat the crap out of us during the week. We got enough beating. We didn't have to go out and have a scrimmage. But yeah, the bowl weeks, not bowl weeks, but bye weeks, you definitely, the older guys, like the starters, didn't even practice. But I mean, you went through the individuals and stuff like that, got a good sweat going, but it was their time to work on the younger players. I mean, they want to see what they're working with. I mean, are they with these squad guys running your offenses? Are they getting cards or
Yeah, they get cards
to learn the offense? I mean, remember from the summertime and all that stuff?
I mean, we'll try to give them
That's the
stuff
thing,
from like the playbook that they'll already know, like pass protection wise at least. But other than that, it's just cards and what they should do.
There's been some great moments. Let me tell you, like we can bring it up. He's far enough removed, and it's just a hilarious story. PJ Mustafer. I think you already know where I'm going with this one. There was one day where we just hear a commotion, and obviously offense is on one side of the field and defense is on the other. And yes, you got the D squad, and they're pretending to be the offense. So our D squad offense is going to pretend to be Oregon next week and run the plays that Oregon runs. And so I look over on the offensive field, and PJ Mustafer is just screaming, and he's got someone's helmet in his hand. He ripped off one of the guys' helmets and like almost swung it at one of the D squad guys because they were getting after him. And let me tell you, Deion Barnes was happy with that. Like that's the coaches love when the D squad like gets in the starter's head because it's like, all right.
My next question is going to be is like that D squad thing. Is there guys having to play there who feel like they're better than the D squad, and they're going out there just pissed off and just trying to ripping heads off?
100%.
Like, I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm on second team. You're out there, getting crushed, and
Well, then you get kids that will start with the travel squad and come over to the D squad in certain periods. So then they kind of take it as like, all right, like I still got to get better for this week, so I'm just going to do it against our defense.
Yeah.
So then when we have those kids come over, it's making all of us better.
Yeah, there's always those guys who think they're a lot better than they really are. You're like, hey, I got you, but they go 2 million miles an hour. But that D squad scrimmage now, it's like, hey, put up or shut up time. No one's telling you what to do now. No one's saying there's a combo block coming at you. You don't see it. You better learn how to defend yourself.
We had 2021. We had a guy that wasn't able to play that year, and it was Hakeem Beeman wasn't able to play there. He was on the D squad, and so he was on the D squad D line. This is someone that should have been starting for us. And Olu and I, as the second team tackles, had to go against him every single day. And Trout would be like, "Yo, every sack you get, I'll get you something." And so every day, like you normally get to go out and go against a freshman that doesn't know what they're doing, and you just can knock them over. And instead of getting to go against that, Olu and I had to go against Hakeem Beeman, who just wanted to rip our heads off. It was the worst experience ever. I'll tell you what.
That's the angry older guy who thinks he's better than he is, and he shouldn't be on D squad, and he's out there. He's going to be pissed.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it goes.
Exactly.
But Dom, let's talk a little bit about this season so far. Obviously, Goon mentioned, you playing the low-level opponents, but I think for you guys it's good because you're getting adjusted to a new defense. What has kind of that overall adjustment been like coming in? And I guess this is your third time basically learning a new defense?
Fourth. This is my fourth defensive coordinator.
Oh, man.
That was with Pry for 1 year.
That's right. I forgot.
Yeah. Coach Diaz for 2, Coach Allen last year.
You've been here 7 years, though.
Pretty much, yeah.
Before you talk about Knowles, what is the adjustment like of just a complete rehaul of the playbook? Do they? I know Coach Franklin tries to keep the terminology kind of similar for you guys. But walk us through that.
I would definitely say just the communication part. I feel like that's the biggest step we're taking from last year to this year, and then also his standard of practice is completely different from the last 2 years we had because if we want to have the same results as last year, you're going to do the same things, and that's exactly what you don't want. And Coach Franklin preaches that a lot to us. So just taking that standard and expectation that he has for us as a defense and taking that into day-to-day practice and coming out having no MAs or trying to have no MAs and being able to execute and communicate at a high level, that's big for us. I feel like we haven't been the best communicators the last couple of years, and I feel like we've taken a huge step this year as one of the top communicators. So.
As the captain, you're looked upon from coaches and from the younger guys to be the leaders. And how do you get up, third straight game, you're playing Villanova, and it's just like, all right, guys, let's go out there. You just want to go out there. It's tough to get the guys going for that. I mean, you don't need to say a word for Oregon. You don't have to say a word, but for Villanova, FIU, Nevada, I mean, it had been tough for you guys to get your guys jacked up. So how did you go about that yourself?
We just saw it as disrespect that they're on the same field as us. I mean, that's the only way we can put it.
Not their fault.
I mean, you could say that, but I mean, they want to put us on their schedule. So like, why would they want to play us? We want to be who we want to be at the end of the year and be a dominant football team. We got to take it as disrespect that they think they could play with us on the field. I mean, they're great teams. They played great all 3 weeks. I mean, they gave us a run for our money each time, being able to see the kinks in the defense that we need able to find to get better at where we need to improve. And that's what's helping us a lot.
Dom, you were in kind of a unique situation where you have to wear 2 different helmets, correct?
Yes.
So can you talk? So now there has been a rule change. Shout out Michigan for cheating. Before you were not able. So in the NFL for years, they've had a green dot on the back of one guy's helmet. At the quarterback, it's on offense, and generally it's one of the linebackers on defense. And they have a mic where they're talking to the coordinator, and they call the play in. We have now brought that to college football. It started last year. Now, so this is year 2. But you can only have one guy on the field at a time that has a mic in his helmet. So you and Amari Campbell both have a green dot. What's that like? Like, what's the process of you having to switch that in and out? And is there someone that's handing you the helmet or telling you when you need to have the mic helmet or not have the mic helmet?
So we'll have a Cruz next to us, our EQ guy, just always next to me with both my helmets, my green dot helmet and my non-green dot helmet, and also Amari's non-green dot helmet when he's in. So Coach Connor will tell me beforehand, either before the drive or like mid-drive, like, all right, get this helmet so you can go in at this position. We actually had – it wasn't really a close call, but like we were about to break the field to go out for the opening kick return against Villanova. And I looked to my left. I'm wearing my green dot helmet. I know Amari's wearing his. And I'm like, oh my God, Amari's on the field. I like sprinted off to Cruz. I'm like, yo, I need it right now. And it was a close one.
There is a penalty, right?
Yeah, there is. There is.
5-yard penalty, I think?
I think it is.
Yeah, I think it's 5.
Did you see, I don't know where it was 2 weeks ago, we're watching games, and my wife was like, why is that guy's shirt so screwed up? It was a kick returner. He
Georgia Tech
has a shimmel on with like a 43 jersey. She's like, what the hell is that? It's like this big, like, it looked like a little kid wearing something like their dad's jersey. You know what I mean? And it was just like, get this on, go out there, because there was obviously they were sharing somebody on the field of the same number as him.
Did we have that with Darius and Devontae, right?
Darius, Devontae, and then also Dakari and Trevor.
There's only 105 guys on the team, and there's 100 numbers, just so you know.
Yeah.
We don't need to keep doubling these things up, right?
I
Next
mean,
thing you know, you're going to be 0 and double 0.
Yeah, I mean, that might be next. You never know.
You were the first 0, though, right?
Second. I was the second. John Sutherland was the first one.
All right, good. That's right. He was.
That was your OG.
Yeah, it was.
Stud.
It was.
That's a great one.
Was there any kind of history to that? Is that just you, or did they make that into something?
Number 0 is for the special
teams.
teams.
Yeah. I remember that now.
So anyone who they think embodies special teams and be the special teams ace, they still give them number 0.
And let's just think about a lot of football been played here over the years, and there's only been two
number 0s,
but only 2 3-time captains.
I'm the third.
You're the third?
Oh. Yeah.
I guess Doc would be, right? Is Doc 3?
No, Doc's 2.
Cliff was one of them.
Cliff and John Sutherland. I think they were both.
Clifford was here 9 years.
Clifford was 4.
We got to get past
was Cliff
that.
4? I think Cliff was 4.
Cliff was 4. I think
the other day, you're like, oh, Clifford threw for this many yards. I was like, dude, he played 78 games. I mean, God, dude. Like, oh, my God. Like, so who was the second one? Clifford, then who?
John Sutherland as well. He was 3. Maybe I don't know if he was 4 or not.
Okay,
he's definitely 3 though.
He was a 2-timer, and that was a huge thing. He was, I believe, one of the second ever 2-time captain at Penn State, which was like a big thing. And now there's multiple 3-time captains, which is great. It's a sign on you guys for being a great leader. So congrats on that.
Thank you.
Dom, I want to talk a little bit about why special teams is so important to you, and obviously that was kind of where you made your living at the beginning here and kind of earned all that respect. What was like your mindset coming in? Was it just like, hey, this is where I'm going to ball out, and then that'll help me work my way onto the defense? Obviously, your whole story of getting injured in the state championship, 3 touchdowns on the torn ACL. Still one of the greatest stories I've ever heard in my life. And allegedly. And so you got a gray shirt. You take a year off. You get back. I'll never forget just walking in. We were walking into East Halls together, and you're just like, oh, what's up? I'm like, hey, what's your name? And then rest was history, man.
Yeah.
And I just I'll never forget walking to training table the night after the first spring ball, and they just moved you from linebacker to safety or safety to linebacker. They moved me to
linebacker, safety to linebacker right before the first practice. I think I had like 4 days to learn the playbook or something like that.
So take me from that point to where you are now. Like, obviously, I'll never forget the moment at the Rose Bowl where Coach Franklin put you on scholarship, and we just beat the ever-living crap out of Dom when it happened. I think chairs were like flying in the Rose Bowl TV room. It was great. But like, walk me through your mindset. How do you attack every day?
So just being a walk-on, I knew I just needed an opportunity to get myself out there. And I saw special teams was the way to do it as soon as I got here, and how much we embody special teams. So I was starting on 3 special teams going into my freshman year. I was on kickoff, kick return, and punt return. And I played 3 or 4 games on those special teams and just really bought into it. Kickoff was probably my favorite. Wasn't able to do much on kickoff because we had the almighty Jordan Stout who kicked touchbacks every time. So, I mean, just being able to do that, and then the following year making a huge impact on kickoff was my big thing, was being able to just go down there and try to pin them inside the 20 when I was able to, and give the defense some type of momentum going into leading the game.
The closest thing, I mean, football as a whole is war. And we were talking about that with Doug a couple weeks ago. Like, it's the closest thing to war. The next even closer thing to war is running down on kickoff. Would you not? I mean,
kickoff and kick return, 100%.
Which one's worse?
Kick return is the worst.
You're just waiting to get
especially
hit?
Front row, especially the front line. If you're on the front line on kick return, it's pretty much you're standing there waiting to get trucked because they have like a 60-yard head start. You're running, first you're taking your eyes off your guy, looking where the returner is, turning around, and next thing you know, the guy is in full head-on sprint, probably running 20 miles an hour straight at your face, and you just got to be able to stop him and not let him get by you.
Oh. Yeah, that's not a good life to live. One other thing I want to talk about on special teams, everybody's very excited. He's had a heck of a start of the year, is Gabe Wosu. What has that been like watching him? Because I think, and Franklin even talked about it, like he came in with us. He was in our class, and like Gabe almost had a bigger leg than Stout, like to a degree, but was just like really inconsistent. It seems like he just like found his stride. What has it been like watching him and now booting like 70-yard punts?
I mean, just the sound of the ball coming off his foot is like insane. It's like a bomb went off. I mean, and then the 72-yard punt he had, I felt like I was running down a kickoff again. I was like, I have no idea where the ball is, no idea when it's going to land. I was like, I think it was like a 5.5 second hang timer almost. And it was like insane. So, I mean, just seeing him being able to like put his head down and work, I mean, doing kickoffs, doing punts. And I mean, he's just doing a great job this year for us, and he's a great guy to have around us and being positive too.
I'm not going through my phone for anything. I did see an Instagram today of like literally the mid-90s NFL kickoff coverage. And Orpheus Roy, remember him, the nose tackle for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Oh, I don't. That's
312 pounds.
On kickoff?
Running down on kickoff.
No,
and there's this backup offensive lineman who looks like me, standing there like this. Okay, God, because he's waiting for him. Because like you get to a point and you got to like get there. And you're like, okay, the guy's going to come at me, and the guy's 310 pounds with a 50-yard head start of you. He gets hit, and the guy's on a motorcycle laying down.
That's also when they did the wedge return.
I was going to say the wedge
return.
And you like lock arms,
and
just explode into someone.
As like a fan now, but I mean, I look back on it, I was like, no one thought this was stupid. Like, no one thought, like, hey, this might be bad, having 300-pound men just like a 50-yard head start to hit another 300-pound man. Like, it was unbelievable.
I feel like college football adopts.
I love what they've done now.
Well,
the NFL has done a very, very good job of that.
That's what I was going to say.
I believe the NCAA will start taking
paying
attention to it, because I really, it's very, because I never say, it's not the kick returners that were getting like smacked around. It was the guys who were busting wedges, or like they were the wedge. It was just absolutely insane. I mean, it was so bad. I'm watching this, and that's why I was looking at the phone. I wasn't disrespecting. So I just wanted to say how football was back in the day.
Yeah, it was tough.
I did it one time. Crazy. And then Noble was on the text chain. He goes, I did it for 3 years with the Dallas Cowboys. And I was like, what do you mean? And he goes, yeah, I was the lead guy. That was like, they were like running down and going, he was the wedge getting wedge broken. And we were like, oh my goodness, I don't know how you, but you know, it's a way to be in the NFL, so you got to do it, right?
Exactly.
That's it. I mean,
so you guys talk about when you got your scholarship. I want to talk about how, like, let's talk about when you're not on scholarship, what you don't get versus now what you're getting when you're on scholarship. And I know the rules have changed with 105 guys, but that scholarship, it's not just paying your tuition and paying for your room and board. It's like the dining hall. It's not available to walk-on type of guys. Walk-on guys, not type of guys, but walk-ons. But I don't know if that's changed. But that is a huge thing when you got that scholarship, just to step up. And it's not just a monetary thing. It's just like, Now you're part of the crew. You're getting your books paid for. You're going there. You're picking your books up. You're not having to do that. Because my little brother walked on for 2 years, and then he got a scholarship. So it was like I saw how much it really costs for him to go here and stuff. So I know he said he did it at the Rose Bowl.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
The day before the Rose Bowl, was not expecting it at all. It was like the Friday night meeting beforehand.
And then they beat you up.
Yeah, they did. There was chairs flown. I mean,
good job,
Landon and E both.
Lando,
yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, we got him. We got him good.
Keep him in line, baby. Keep him in line. Welcome to the club, baby. But that was a huge thing. I mean, how proud were your parents?
Oh.
How nice was that phone call?
I mean, they were there. So, I mean, it was the day before, so they were already in California. They were at the hotel. Coach Franklin actually told them beforehand, before telling me. And I was able to see them after our meeting and after eating dinner. And, I mean, I broke down and I was crying. It was just a big weight just lifted off my shoulder. Yeah. Yeah.
The parents checked it. Like, would you pay for the Rose Bowl trip right now, honey?
Yeah. But also, back to your other point with, like, the walk-ons, Coach Franklin actually has done a very good job. And he fights for it a lot. I mean, treating the walk-ons the same as the scholarship people. And we try to keep that separate from, like, who's by knowing who's on and who's not. I mean, everyone was allowed to go to training table to eat dinner. There was no, like, walk-ons weren't able to. So that was always a good thing. It was more of just, like, the books
so
part.
they changed that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me the walk-ons didn't used to be able to go eat.
I couldn't
they were
imagine
like pariahs. They're like sitting out there like,
yeah, I couldn't
it's all porridge. No.
Yeah, can you throw me a little food out the window?
Like, dude, can you give me some bread? I'm like, oh, dude, I can't take it. It's illegal. It's a violation, man. And the worst part is I had one roommate, dude. This is so bad. It was me, Marco, and Jeff, the offensive lineman. Our roommate, it was Justin Wheeler, who's the head coach at Bishop Guilfoyle down in Altoona right now, winning state titles after state titles right now, killing it as a coach. He was a walk-on. So he didn't have food for a semester. Like, he would go shopping during the week. And our mutant asses would be like, oh, what's in there? He's like sitting there. It's like, I don't have a scholarship, right? I'm paying for this food as I'm eating all his chicken tenders. Like, oh, Marco's eating his meatballs. Jeff's eating his lunch meat. Like, don't worry about it. We'll take care of you. Oh, it was always so bad. I always felt so bad about that for a little bit.
For a little bit.
For a little bit.
Not while you were eating the food, though.
Not while we're eating the chicken nuggets. The chicken nuggets were very good.
Definitely not. Dom, last thing before we let you get out of here, and thank you to Vic, Dom's girlfriend, for allowing us to have Dom.
We're still
it's always date
nights on this,
Absolutely. I got to ask you about your coach. He is the silent assassin, Dan Connor. What has that been like? I mean, did he come in 2021 or 2022 with us?
2022, yeah.
And he just put his head down and, like, worked. And he just always, I mean, he already had the respect of everybody because what he did here. But what has that been like, being able to be coached by him and be in a room with him and soak in what is one of the greatest linebackers to ever play here?
I mean, first thing I'm going to say is that man can definitely still play right now. 100%. He's like demonstrating some of these drills.
He has to look on the sideline still?
Yeah.
You're like, Danny, it's okay, bud.
Yeah, definitely.
Eyes twitching.
I mean, we were going over, like, block destruction, like, during camp. And he's, like, using me as, like, the demonstration, and I'm just standing there thinking he's not gonna, like, actually freaking strike me. This dude put his hands on me. My head, like, snapped back a little bit. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, this guy still got it. I mean, he's also doing backpedaling, like, he's doing, like, he's, like, cutting at practice. I'm like, wow, this guy can definitely play with us right now, and I'm not surprised.
Unbelievable. I was here for my 3 years where they were, right along his 3 years here. And I'm telling you, I am not lying to you. I never saw him get blocked. I mean, the three of us could, he's playing linebackers at D lineman, and me and Landon are going through you to get to him. We could hit him as hard as he possibly. He would take a step back, boom, and be going forward. He was a cat.
Yeah.
Like, you know how cats always land on their feet? That's the way Connor was in football. I never saw anything like it in my life. An unbelievable player. Unreal. Just an unbelievable athlete to do what he did. Like, Puzz Leslie was a great linebacker and just gave everything he had. But Connor was just, it was unbelievable. I'm watching him get hit, and then like he just, like, you think the guy's got him, and he just steps back. The guy goes right by, and he makes a tackle. It's like, Jesus, his senses were unbelievable.
We got like 18 former Lettermen on the staff. Shout out to Coach Franklin for that. That's big time, having people that know what it's like. I think we can field a good roster with all our other coaches and people that are on the staff that played here. I'll tell you what. But Dom DeLuca, thank you so much for coming on, man. We really appreciate you.
Man.
Thanks for having me.
Enjoy date night.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for taking some time out of date night.
She's cooking. She's cooking.
Oh, Vic, there you go.
Italian?
Huh?
She Italian?
Yeah, she is.
There you go. Yeah. You ain't making no Italian up. Yeah, there's no Italian up here to go to. You got to make it. Good girl.
Absolutely. We will be right back from the Penn State Golf Course, the Modelo Blue White Players Show. We'll be right back.
Your sports radio. Broadcasting live, loud and proud from Central PA Sports Authority. WFXS America.
98.7 The Fox State College.
I'm the Modelo recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Lusk & Associates Sotheby's International Realty proudly presents the introduction of our new State College office at 314 South Borough Street in State College. At Sotheby's International Realty, we advertise locally, nationally, and internationally, bringing the best of advertising and promotion to each and every one of our properties, big or small. Call now.
A lot has changed about State College. One thing that hasn't is W.C. Clark's Coffee Roasters on 234 East Calder Way. 30 different varieties of specialty coffee beans sourced from over 25 countries and roasted with love each morning in Happy Valley for over 45 years. They'll ship their fresh roasted coffee from their doorstep to yours. Order online at statecollegecoffee.com. That's statecollegecoffee.com.
The Center Hall Farm Store has been serving Center County and beyond for well over a half century. A small family business, the Center Hall Farm Store specializes in animal nutrition and manufactures its feed fresh using local ingredients. Get the best in horse, cow, pig, chicken, and bird feeds. If you're not already a customer, stop in and see why so many of your neighbors are. The Center Hall Farm Store at 110 West Allison Street in Center Hall, or call us at 814-364-1393.
Two of the top names in local printing have combined to serve you better. King Printing of State College has merged with theprinters.com, forming one of the 400 largest printers in America. Combining traditional offset printing and digital workflow techniques, theprinters.com can print, assemble, package, and ship to anywhere in the world, all with the same high quality customers have known and trusted for over 50 years. Buy local and save. Get started today at theprinters.com.
With a Timber Kids savings account, you can start to save money, earn prizes, and teach your kids the value of savings. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Building futures is what we do at TFCU.
You really need to belong to a credit union. You belong at TFCU, Timberland Federal Credit Union, a credit union you can grow with.
You're tuned in to the Blue and White Players Show with Keith Goon Conlon and Landon Tengwall, broadcasting live from the 19th hole at the Penn State Golf Courses every Monday at 6 p.m. all season long. Special thanks to this season's sponsors of the Players Show: Lusk & Associates, Sotheby's International Realty, Turner Construction, Austin, and Pam Schanfelter. Now back to more of the Blue and White Players Show.
Welcome back into the Modelo Blue White Player Show here at the Penn State Golf Course. We just had Penn State three-time captain Dom DeLuca on, also three-time guest of the show. So good to have him on again. Goon,
yeah,
how you feeling?
Oh, he's going home and get a lasagna dinner homemade.
That's you got to know he got himself an Italian woman.
Hey Dom, give me the address. I'll be over. Man, thank you.
No response.
He ran out of here like, that's all mine, baby.
Yeah, he's gonna enjoy that. Oh man, actually, so both of my because obviously when I was rooming with Dom for a while
and
he
who was the third guy?
Christian Veilleux.
So he's the Canadian, right?
Yeah, but his girlfriend was also Italian, Mia. So we had two Italian girls. So we were just getting good food the entire time in that house. It was so good. And then we had Riri DeLuca coming on top with just throwing just chicken cutlets and lasagna and oh yeah, just different casseroles and we ate good.
We weren't allowed to have that.
Oh, that would be illegal or something. What wasn't illegal? Looking back,
we couldn't have our parents make food for us. That was illegal.
Yeah, I mean, it seems
our
like
girlfriends could not make food for us.
It seems like that's how bad you guys had it. Like looking back, it's and where we are now with guys making millions of dollars. It's actually amazing how little, not even how little you guys were allowed to do, but how much you could get in trouble for. It was
like I told you, we were me, Jeff, Marco, and Andre, the 4 starting offensive linemen our senior year, were suspended for a day. So we had committed a rules violation. It wasn't our fault. I don't want to talk about it, but there is a poster out there.
I have the poster. You looked your legs looked good in the jeans. You were looking good, man.
I was not wearing jeans. I was wearing Eddie Bauer khakis, bro.
Oh.
Olives.
God,
so
you look good.
all the clothes were sponsored by Eddie Bauer. So they literally said all clothes furnished by Eddie Bauer that were worn by senior offensive linemen Keith Conn, Jeff Hardy, Mark Rivera, Andre Johnson. Guess what? We can't endorse clothing. So Penn State actually did this. Penn State marketing actually did this, and they came to us and they're like, "Hey, you guys can't work out today." We're like, "Wait, what?" They're like, "You guys are suspended," and we're like, "Why are we suspended?" And they're like, "You guys are ineligible right now because you did that." I said, "We didn't do anything.
You didn't get money, did you?"
No.
Oh.
They said they tried to say that they gave us the clothes.
Oh, you had to give them back?
We weren't allowed to keep the clothes. Dude, I'm wearing a pair of penny loafers in there. Penny loafers.
Yeah, when you took it to do like our strip down and give it back.
So I mean, I feel like we had this conversation a lot, but I mean, we do a lot of different shows, so I don't know the audience. We're in the midst of building the Bryce Jordan Center. How about you throw some bib overalls on the 4 offensive line guys and work a wheelbarrow, put us on a crane or a shovel or something, No, they have us dressed up in these little Eddie Bauer like khakis and like bottom T-shirts and then polos and then button downs. It was so bad.
That's what. But actually, who gave me that photo? Riri DeLuca. She had it, yeah, and she still has it.
I don't know.
I'm going to tell her to put it on Facebook tomorrow. Be ready for it. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You were looking good. I don't know what you're upset about. I'll tell you what.
I'm upset about it because I want to look like now.
Yeah.
I don't care how good I look then. It's how bad I look now.
We'll compare that to now, and we got Drew Aller with the Travis Kelce American Eagle line. Did you see that? That was big time.
We did it again. This is the 3rd straight week we're talking about Taylor Swift. Aren't
we didn't get to. I wasn't going to get there yet.
You were going to go there. You have to find out.
It's probably going to go there.
Is Aller invited to that wedding?
We'll find out. Oh, if the answer is yes, that's pretty cool. Imagine just going from being just like a normal kid from Ohio and now you're at Taylor Swift's wedding. I think it'd be cool. Yeah, she is from PA as well.
Why am I missing? Who's an Eagles fan?
Oh, how about Travis Kelce? Is really kind of he choked it away. Not too good yesterday.
Looked good for me.
Yeah, it did work good for you.
Go Birds!
I'd say people are not happy about the tush push. They're showing angles on lines. You guys are off sides. And how would you feel as an offense? Did you do anything close to the tush push as an offensive lineman back when you played?
Just ran wedges as the quarterback sneak.
It hurts.
Huh?
It hurts. We did tush pushes. And
sure. Once you get to the guys, but it was illegal back when we played actually to push a player forward.
Mm-hmm.
So that was illegal in college.
Maybe they need to make it illegal again.
I think they did. They can make it illegal again, that you can't actually push a guy. So what was it? The 2005 Penn State Michigan game where the 2 seconds added on? That happened, and then people got done that game, and they went to the USC Notre Dame game, and the quarterback, lefty, Heisman Trophy winner, Matt Leinart, did the quarterback sneak, got drilled, stuffed on the 1 yard line, and then Reggie Bush came in and just buried him from behind. And drove it. They called it the Bush push.
The Bush push,
which was completely illegal. So that was an illegal play. So they shouldn't have been given a touchdown for that play. But I mean, I loved it. Do you watch the push? It's like it's like 2nd down and 4. Push. I mean, can they do that the whole field?
I think that's the greatest part. It would be different if it was unstoppable for everybody, but it's just not.
People have stopped it. They just haven't stopped the Eagles from doing it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what makes it cool.
The size of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Landon Dickerson.
Landon Dickerson is an absolute.
What a guy.
That's a unit, bro.
That's a dude right there.
Did you see to those who don't know, Landon Dickerson is the left guard for the Eagles. Well, the left tackle is a 6'9" Australian dude who never played football before, but Jeff Stoutland decided, let's draft this guy 7th round and let's make something out of him. He was one of the top 10 players in the NFL right now. Landon Dickerson is the left guard. Did you see the Super Bowl when they made that switch?
Yes, I know you're talking
Dickerson
about.
spun around like a ballerina on like a little stunt and just nailed one guy, spun around, and just the other guy had no idea he was there, and he just dropped 2 guys on one play. It was amazing how good they are. So I mean, you could sit there and say that, oh, Jalen Hurts, the push. He squats 800 pounds. But you got Saquon Barkley pushing you for about he can squat 800 pounds.
Yeah, he can.
There's some big boys out there. So.
Well, I think that's not only you guys have the center too. Jason Kelsey and now Cam Jurgens. They know they're kind of smaller guys.
Dude, they get underneath.
They get under there. But I'll tell you, you guys are always good. You get the push from behind is what gets you guys always get a great push. Sometimes when other teams do the tush push, the guys that are doing the push, they don't really do too much push of the tush.
They don't buy into it. You got to buy into it 100%.
There was no push into the tush on some of these other teams, but you guys do it right. I'll tell you what.
What are you doing this weekend, bro? What is Landon weekend plans with a bye week?
Probably
sit on 64 shows.
Well, yeah, that.
Are you breaking down film from some Alaskan minor league football team.
I was actually just watching some Notre Dame A&M film.
So here we go. I got to set this straight. So I may have talked about this last week, but our Sunday morning show, he talks about how he is banned from the Clemson websites because he's talked bad about Clemson football.
The games.
You're banned from Alabama because they said, hey, boy, we're gonna find your address and show up and take care of you. That was some of the tweets coming towards Landon, and then Notre Dame. Notre Dame people were like, "Yo, dude, this kid from Penn State is calling us out."
No, it was good.
Actually, I was like, "You're right."
I actually got a text from Sider. He was like, "It was good." He was like, "You did a good job." So no, Notre Dame was. I got
doing a show with you. So you're going on. I mean, I'm stuck at the Penn State Golf Courses. You're going to be on ESPN and Fox soon. So
no,
banned from sites.
I do no. I'm telling you, I'm not allowed to at Clemson football games. Forget sites.
You can't go to their games?
I know. That's what I've been told by. I'm friends with one of their former players.
Somebody sent me a little note today that they're having an emergency board of trustees meeting tomorrow.
They got some problems. Yeah.
What is going on there? Somebody said, "Oh, Dabo." I was like, "There's no way in Hades they're getting rid of him."
No, you can't get rid of
or
Dabo.
Or is it him saying, "Hey, I'm moving on"?
I don't know. It's bad down there, man.
Like what?
They're in a bad place. No, I'm just. They were thought that it was kind of like. As far as the dark horse, but they were like a top 5 team coming into the year. And I was like, oh, it's good. They were the team with the most returning starters.
I think that the fans are frustrated because he has said, I'm not going to do the transfer portal. And they're making people like we're making a pretty good living off of it. And other teams
I think Franklin is someone you can point to that's done a great job of not only, not getting too much out of the portal. He goes and gets what he needs, but it's not excess. It's like, hey, let's fill the needs that we have.
He still has his respect for his returning players.
Absolutely. I mean, look, we are the only team, fun fact, in the Big Ten to not take a quarterback out of the transfer portal. Every other team has at least taken a backup.
And I am convinced that the transfer portal should be for quarterbacks. That's what my personal opinion is.
That's basically what it's meant for.
It should be for them because it's easy to find a spot. Like Dom DeLuca obviously came here and said, maybe he's not a safety. Well, guess what? He's a hell of a linebacker. If a guy's not a good offensive tackle, okay, guess what? You're now a center or a guard or a tight end moving the tackle. Linebacker moves the D-line, but where's the quarterback go? So I always feel if they have – the transfer portal is okay for them, in my opinion. Like, do you know in the rules room when we were around what they had to do?
You had to sit out, right?
You had to sit out a year. So that kept you from transferring.
Didn't guys go and play like
Justin
D2?
Fields was the first one to get the pass.
I remember that.
Justin Fields. He committed to Penn State, if you recall.
I do.
You don't recall because you were like 7, and you have CTE at 23. So
yeah. look at us, buddy.
But he committed here, and then he went to Georgia for a year.
Yeah.
And then he said that there was an incident a racial incident or whatever, and that he wanted to transfer to Ohio State, and they said you can go without sitting out a year.
Yeah, that was big.
Where he should have sat out a year. By sitting out a year, that makes you like, okay, maybe I can make it through here. I don't want to sit out a whole another year and a half. So by getting rid of that sitting down, or what we had to do was transfer down a conference or division, excuse me. So you had to go Division I AA or Division II or III, and then you could play right away. So you couldn't go, and you were not allowed to even transfer team to team in the Big Ten. We had a kid on the 2005 team who actually paid tuition as a Michigan scholarship football player. Hated it there so much he transferred to Penn State and paid his way.
Oh my gosh.
Because he wanted to play at Penn State. Crazy.
Well.
And now they just got 16 schools in 7 years.
Fun fact, I was talking to this guy that does the Joe Moore Award, and he told me they did studies. There was not one single offensive lineman that was drafted this past year that transferred more than once. So, I mean, I would like to see stats across the board, but I guarantee if you're transferring more than once, it's one thing to go get a second chance somewhere else.
I'm convinced you get one shot.
You get one shot. If you transfer a second time, you got to look inward. Let's take a look in the mirror.
All right, you've heard me talk about this stuff. I say it's okay. You made a mistake. You know what? I miss home. Quinn Ewers. I miss Texas. I don't like Ohio. Okay, I made a mistake coming here.
I forgot about that.
He goes to Texas. Okay, that's your get out of jail free card. Now, if he wanted to transfer again, it should have been allowed, or should have been set out a year and stuff like that, which he didn't. But there are guys going from school to school, which drive you a little crazy, and that's what I'm not a fan of.
How about?
What are they saying? If your coach or your position coach leaves the squad, I also believe that you should be allowed to transfer.
Well, head coaches, if they do leave, so UCLA and then our boy Brent Pry.
Is that just for the recruits, the 30-day window, or is that for like the current players?
Current players. But if they leave.
Okay, I have to ask this. So if they have a stud D end, we can go out and get him to play for us right now?
No. Unfortunately, that's the thing. You can't play this year if you want to transfer out, but you can just transfer.
But
and
then
you get a red shirt.
But then you're playing. So if you transfer from UCLA or UCLA or Virginia Tech, you have a 30-day window right now where the portal is open for these guys to leave. Okay, I'm a defensive end at Virginia Tech. I want to go to your University of Virginia. When does he stop playing for Tech? Now?
I mean, he could stop right now, but he can't play the rest of this. That's I guess that's kind of catch-22. Is like, do I want to continue to play this year for an unknown coach at UCLA or Virginia Tech?
Why would they have a 30-day window to it's stupid. It's dumb. And then if the guys do leave, and I go back to this, and this is where me and you have our biggest issues is if I know a guy sitting here on scholarship at my dinner table who's not on my team, you're not eating with us, dude.
It's so different now.
You're my friend or not. You're not. You're going to Virginia Tech. You're going to Memphis. Go there. It's like you're not part of us. You're not one of us. But you said it the other day on Sunday. It was like you got to look at it now. It is a business decision right now, and then I have to swallow the pride a little bit on that and say yes, you're right. It is. You can't fault a guy like Villanova, your old roommate,
Christian Veilleux,
the Canadian guy.
Canadian.
You got Dom bringing in the pizza and the lasagna, but did he bring any poutine in for you?
Yeah, he did. Oh, yeah. No, he did some good Canadian.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Good for him.
But, yeah, that was normal. When CV was leaving, it didn't change because we just kind of understood that it was like, hey, you got to go get an opportunity somewhere else.
He's a quarterback.
It is a little bit different that way.
It's a little bit different, but was he in your apartment eating your dining hall midseason in transfer portal?
No.
You just do.
You can't do the transfer. If you're in the transfer portal, you cannot come into the facility and stuff. But you're still in the house and stuff. And guys are,
Okay,
we understand.
You're not allowed in the facility.
No, you can't be in the facility.
No,
you don't get anything. Good luck.
We talk about food too much. You know that?
Yeah, food and beer. Man, I'll tell you what. But
I have no idea how this happens.
I don't know. This is a shocker, but I think that about wraps it up for this week. Are we back?
Another Modelo Monday.
Are we back next week or
of course we are.
Bye week?
We don't take bye weeks.
We're not. No off days.
No off days in this. You can rest in February, buddy. Right?
That sounds good, Gunnar.
Like it, buddy.
Appreciate
Thank you
guys,
everybody.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for coming out to the Penn State Golf Course. We'll be back next week with the Modelo Blue White Player Show. Have a great rest of your week.
Woo.